That was awesome, dude. We're here to talk about Houston's 107-100 victory tonight in Game 5 of the 2013 NBA Western Conference first round playoffs. This was just an incredible win. I thought this series was going to be over tonight. I really did. But Houston just refuses to die. They're a dangerous team, as we talked about. That's why the Spurs lucked out and not getting them. I know somebody was saying, oh, don't say that. No, they lucked out. Houston's a very difficult team to deal with, and they're showing it right now. They're showing it. But before I get to Houston, I want to just go over the Knicks game real quickly, because I know we had somebody coming in, Mr. Trayshawn, I believe, 22. And look, we're having fun, we're having fun. And I just having fun going back and forth with them. See, I don't mind people like Mr. Trayshawn because they're basically pretty cool. Yeah, they're talking trash and stuff, but that's fun. But then people come in and just say really nasty stuff. Somebody else came in and I had to ban them. You have to know what the limits are. And we're all having fun here. But when you take it too far, then, it's not fun anymore. It just becomes stupid. And hopefully we can all just work within the lines, so to speak. Anyway, the Knicks collapsed tonight or last night again in Madison Square Garden against the Boston Celtics. And look, just like the Thunder, the Knicks were up 3-0 in that series. And now it's 3-2. And believe me, Boston has a real chance to win that series now, the same way that the Rockets have a real chance to win this series. And it's just incredible. The Knicks, all of them came dressed in black, sent a little message, oh, it's Boston's funeral. No, it's actually the Knicks' funeral tonight. And that's the issue I have with the Knicks. And this isn't just for Mr. Trayshawn. Like, we're just having fun, I respect him. He's a Knicks fan. He wants the Knicks to do well. That's great. But you have to understand, for Lin fans, Knicks are like public enemy number one. They're cocky. They've never done anything. I mean, Carmelo hasn't even won a playoff series, has he? And it's like, you guys are coming, you're color coordinating your outfits. You're nothing. You got beat down tonight in Boston. So win something and then dress up the way you want to dress up. Like it's Halloween or whatever. The Knicks are in trouble. They're in a lot of trouble. And Boston's the type of team that, if you give them a chance to beat you, they're going to beat you because they're a veteran team with championship experience, excellent coaching. And look, I still favor the Knicks in that series, but if they lose that series, the media in New York is going to go crazy on them. And if they lose that series, guess who wins by default? That's right, Jeremy Lin. Because you wanted him out and you had everything, and Mike Woodson and Raymond Felton and all that. And now you guys are a number 2 seed, and you might lose to a number 7 seed. And if that happens, wow. And it's just, demolition central in New York. They will get torn apart. But like I said, I still think they're going to win. But boy, did they blow it last night. Okay, coming back to Houston and the Thunder. Look, the Thunder were heavy favorites in this game. They really were, but they're having problems now. And Houston knows it. Houston's found things that work. We talked about this in the last video. There are things that Houston can do against them now. And it's starting to get to the Thunder. You can see it. I think Kevin Durant had the technical foul. You can see they're starting to get nervous now, really nervous. And it's just incredible. All right, let me do some quick stuff here before I get more into the video. I want to thank Gary Chen of Taiwan for the artwork that you're looking at right here. I also want to thank Hanny Chang and the Lin Garden JeremyLin fan club for helping make this artwork possible for us to use from Gary Chen. it's just great stuff. I mean, obviously, Gary's got a tremendous amount of talent, as you can see. In the video description below the video player, we will include information so you can go find out more about Gary Chen. You can go and see how you can get in touch with Hanny Chang. And you also can see where you can find out more about the Lin Garden Jeremy Lin fan club. Additionally, I want to thank JJ of JeremyLin forum on Baidu, who has continued to help us translate these videos, the text of the videos, into Chinese. And they've done a great job. And in the video description as well, put information so you can go and see examples of what JJ's done. And again, no, you need to be able to read Chinese to understand what they've done, or you have to have like a Google Translate or something like this. So we really appreciate all of those guys' efforts, and it's made things much more enjoyable. I mean, it's helped us to connect with the worldwide JeremyLin fan community and let the community just kind of, all of us connect. And it's just great. I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, Jeremy's fan base is so big that it's easy for people not to connect. So it's just, having these guys helping out like this is really, it's just made it a lot more enjoyable for everybody. And we certainly appreciate it very much. So thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, look, what's happening in this series, and I talked about it in the last video, and yes, once again, I fell asleep after the game, so that's why this video is late. I feel like I'm like, an old man or something. I can't stay awake. But what happened in this series is that Russell Westbrook being out has changed everything. It's completely changed this series, and more than I thought it would. And I'm sure more than the Thunder thought it would. And they just haven't been able to adjust to that. As I said, Kevin Durant's having to handle the ball too much. Patrick Beverley, Aaron Brooks, and the other perimeter defenders for Houston are really getting up into the Oklahoma City ball handlers, and it's bothering them greatly. And it's just awesome. I mean, it's just, again, if you're a Houston fan, it's like, wow. It's like we're the number 1 seed, and they're the number 8 seed. That's what it looks like in these last couple of games. And game 1 was a blowout for the Thunder, and every other game since then has been close. And not surprisingly, game 1 is Russell Westbrook played the whole game injury-free. So that hasn't been the case since then, and you see the results. Now, Jeremy did not play in this game again. So this was the second straight game that he's not played in. This was the 87th game of the season, and he's only missed 2 games. So there's different people, again, haters coming in. Oh, the latest hater crusade is, well, Jeremy gets injured around the playoffs. Oh, because he got hurt last year. It's just silly stuff. Again, don't let it bother you too much. It's annoying. I had to go on ClutchFans the other day and do another thing and just, try to set another hater straight. It's annoying. I mean, don't get me wrong. It bothers me, but it's just silliness. It's stupid. I mean, just to, of course, what the haters are saying now is, well, Jeremy was out 2 games, and they won both games. Oh, yeah, that's it. We won because Jeremy was out. No, you didn't win because Jeremy was out. Look, Reggie Jackson, the backup point guard for the Thunder, who's now having to start because of Russell Westbrook's injury. He had a great game tonight. Very good game. He had 20 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists. His efficiency was 17. So he basically played Patrick Beverley to a standstill. Now, Patrick had a good game, 14 points, 8 boards, and 1 assist with an 18 efficiency. But Patrick's playing against the backup, right? He's not playing against Russell Westbrook. He's playing against Reggie Jackson and Derek Fisher. And so it's a different scenario. It's a different set of circumstances now. Jeremy got hurt in game 2, and that's also when Russell Westbrook got hurt. So Jeremy's had to deal with Russell Westbrook in this series, and then he got hurt. So he hasn't really had a chance to do anything except for the first game, game 1. But you can't judge anything off of that. Now, again, I'm happy that Patrick Beverley's playing well. Very happy. Patrick Beverley has shown that he's got a tough mentality. He can really contribute, and he's helping out a ton. But let's not get it twisted here. Remember, the third game of the regular season between these two teams, Jeremy put up 29 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists against Russell Westbrook in that incredible come-from-behind win. That's a whole different thing than putting up 14, 15 points against a backup. That's a totally different thing. And Jeremy, for most teams, when they scout the Rockets and they plan defenses, Jeremy's the second most important person to stop behind Harden. So Patrick's not like that. He doesn't get that level of attention. Now, he was, the crowd was booing him tonight, because he, the Westbrook incident and all that stuff, but it's not the same thing. So the haters are, I saw it. As soon as the game ended, I went to ClutchFans. Yep, we're 2-0 without Jeremy. That's it. That's the key. Right. Wrong. It's just comparing apples to oranges because Russell Westbrook's out. And so that's it. Like I said, you don't want to get into a mindset where you want the team to lose because Jeremy's not playing, just to shut the haters up. No. If this team can win this series, they make history because no team's ever come back from being down 3 games to nothing. So this would be enormous for the franchise, for the team, for the players, including Jeremy. Look, Jeremy's helped this team the entire year. He's led this team along with James Harden. That's why you have bench players and backups so that they can help out at times too. Jeremy's done everything for this team this year. So if other guys can help him out now, great. I don't know what his status is going to be for the next game. Right now, though, things are going well. So you don't have to rush him back. So if I were him and if I were the coaching staff, don't rush him back. Again, don't react to haters. Oh, I got to get back. No. Just get healthy. Do your thing. Everything that happens for the team in this series going forward is gravy, we would say in English, meaning it's just a bonus. We're not supposed to win this series. We're not supposed to come back from 3-0 down. So now you're going to play to win. If Jeremy can play and he's all right, then play. Because, now you got a chance to really win. But, don't do anything silly because you want to respond to the haters and stuff. No, don't do that. Everything's cool. Everything's going to be fine. The reasons why we won this game tonight was because Westbrook is out. We hit a ton of three-pointers. We hit 14 out of 35 three-pointers, which is huge. That's like 40%, which is incredible shooting on the road. And Oklahoma City only hit 8. So if you just take the difference in points in the made three-pointers, you're talking about 18-point difference there. That's it. That's the ball game right there. We made threes, and they didn't make threes, so they didn't make enough threes. Finally, Francisco Garcia played great in this game. So did Omer Asik. You saw what the Oklahoma City was doing to Omer in the fourth quarter. They were intentionally fouling him. You say, well, why do they do that? They do that because they don't think Omer can make free throws. And so instead of, letting James Harden set up for a 3 when he's hitting every 3 he puts up, Let's make Omer make free throws. And this strategy, whenever it's used against a player, is called hack a blank, with blank being the player. So hack a Shaq, hack a Dwight Howard, and now hack an Ashik, basically is what this was. And it didn't work. And it didn't work because Omer hit his free throws. So he was huge in this game. And so was Francisco Garcia. Patrick played well. Aaron Brooks played well, backing up Patrick. So, Houston got a total team win in this. The coaches did a good job, but more than anything, the players are ready to play. And as I said, you can see in the body language of the two teams, Oklahoma City's scared now. They're frustrated. Houston's confidence is growing. Kevin Martin, who of course we traded away at the beginning of the season for James Harden, was awful in this game. He shot 1 out of 10 from the field, I believe. So basically, James Harden had a very tough finals last year against the Miami Heat. Now Kevin Martin's starting to, go into James Harden 2012 finals mode. Now, is that going to continue? I don't know. But I know Oklahoma City now is worried. They're worried now. They know they can lose this series now. They know they can. And it's grating on their mind. So it's going to get really interesting now. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that Houston has the momentum, and they're looking really, really, really good. And I'm couldn't be happier. I'm proud of them. I'm excited because this is for real now. And this is a chance to make history. And look, Houston's essentially all healthy. Yeah, J-Lin's down right now, but he'll be back. If they could advance, Jeremy should be okay. So then if you advance, then they'd play who would you play? You'd play the winner of the Denver Golden State Warriors series. Look, Golden State's leading that series 3-2. If Golden State wins that series, I can tell you right now, we can definitely beat Golden State. Now, we've had issues with Denver, but Denver's had injury problems. So it's like, if we win this series, who knows what can happen? That's, so this is amazing. We went from let's just not get swept to, wait a second. We might actually be able to make a run here. And the thing is we've got the talent to make a run. You've got an unstoppable offensive player in Harden, and you've got great shooters, and you've got youth, and you've got energy, and you've got depth. So it's like this is the ingredients are there for a surprise run in the playoffs. And it's great, man. Look, if we can win if we can go home and win game 6, it's going to be incredible. And we're in a good spot to do this. So the summary here is, the team is dangerous, and they believe in themselves now. And Oklahoma City is scared now. They're in trouble, and they know they're in trouble, which, all the momentum psychologically is in Houston's favor. Houston has to continue to hit three-pointers, and they have to keep having different players step up. Francisco Garcia, Patrick Beverly, Omer, a couple, like last game, when it was Chandler, just need to have different guys step up. That's really important. And again, with Jeremy, just do what's best for him in the long term. Don't rush him back, no matter what. Don't rush him back, and don't let him rush back. Guys in this circumstance will try to push themselves to come back maybe quicker than they should. I don't care about what happened last year. No, he should have played 85% knee. That doesn't mean anything. We'll see what the doctors say and see how he's feeling. But if he's not 100%, or if he's not, good enough to really be able to play his game, then he doesn't need to play, because the other guys, Brooks and Patrick Beverly, are playing well enough. So let them play. And of course, if Jeremy's ready to play and he's looking good and, you know, his shooting motion's okay and he feels good, well, let him play. Of course, let him play. But you don't have to force him back. Again, we're thinking big picture here. This is just one step in his, you know, career and the team's progress as a playoff contender. Yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, look, I didn't expect this. I didn't. I thought they were going to lose tonight. And I'm really I'm happy. I'm thrilled. And it's amazing, man. It's great. Okay, it's 6:50 a.m. early Thursday, May 2nd, here on the East Coast of the United States, which means it is 6:50 p.m. on May 2nd, 2013, in Taipei, Taiwan, and Shanghai, China. Now, as I said to Mr. Trayshawn 22, Knicks got clowned, but look, you guys should still win that series, right? And you've been a good sport here. We appreciate that. I mean, somebody else, Mike Hunt or something, came in, was talking she got too far out there, some of the stuff, and you know, I had to ban him. I just don't want to get too nasty. I just don't think that's productive. And it's really, you know, some of the stuff that was being said, I thought was just too much. So, you know, look, it's fun. I mean, fun. Have a little trash talking. It's the playoffs. We're going to have a good time. And, you know, that's it. I mean, we still want to try to keep it within certain boundaries and barriers. Try to respect people. Okay, the next game is Game 6 of this series, which is going to take place Friday, May 3rd at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast of the United States. And in the USA, that game is going to take place on ESPN. So it's televised. Everybody's going to be able to see it, which is great. The game will take place Saturday, May 4th, 9:30 a.m. in Taipei, Taiwan, and Shanghai, China. Your comments below, thumbs up, thumbs down on this video. I'll include full information in the video description below the video player so you can check out game highlights, game stories, the box score of tonight's game. Also information so you can come and join the CNM Facebook group, which has over 2,500 members and growing all the time. I am Paul Villarreal, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative Media. We strive to be the #1 Jeremy Lin YouTube fan channel. I hope everybody's having a great day, a great night, wherever you are around the world when you watch this video. Look, this is amazing. This team's on the verge of making history. We got 2 more games to go. Obviously, we have to win Game 6 at home, but they just need to play the way they're playing. Again, we'll see what's up with Jeremy. And, you know, obviously I'm concerned. I mean, you know, I want Jeremy to play, but the team's the story right now. You know, and Jeremy just needs to do whatever he needs to do. If he needs to rest, let him rest. Now, if he's ready to go, come back, whatever. Just like I said later in the regular season, it's not about stats or anything. It's about winning. This team is able to win this series. Jeremy's going to be part of history. So it doesn't matter what he does individually. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter. If he can help this team and be a part of a team that came back from a 3-0 deficit, then his legacy and legend is going to grow a huge amount. So that's the only thing that matters if you're a Jeremy Lin fan. And as I said, don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about the haters. They don't, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they're saying. So, okay, take care, everybody. We will talk to you again soon. Certainly looking forward to Friday's game. And the ride continues. The ride continues. We thought it was over, but it's not over yet. And, you know, it just might even get to a whole new level of awesomeness. So we'll be looking forward to that on Friday.